Speaking about wildest dreams, yesterday I was told that this amazing powerhouse, Natasha Graziano, was going to be showing up, and I literally, I got all these gifts, and then I was told, right afterwards, they were like, oh, by the way, another birthday gift.
Yeah.
You get to interview.
How excited are you?
I'm so excited. I was so fangirling. I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking. I'm so shaky. But in good ways, in good vibes.
Of course.
It's all good vibes.
Right.
And I was saying this too, what I love about her is that she's real. And there are so many people doing this, right? And she vibrates it, she speaks it, she does it. Last night she was talking about not only what you eat, or what you put into your body. I got a sneak peek in the kitchen. I'm so fangirling. I'll stop talking.
It's fine. She's coming on soon. You can fangirl all you want.
Yes, I'll keep it to a minimum. Thank God that you're here with me. Otherwise, we'd have trouble.
I hope you guys are enjoying it at home. She's coming on soon.
Yeah, she's coming on soon, so you can ask questions. But I also,
live chat.
Yes, but I also love that she talks about her experience of how she got from where she was to where she is now.
Love those stories.
And she's shared the stage with amazing people like Tony Robbins. What? And this isn't that long ago for her.
Good for her.
She's just killing it.
I'm just so excited. We've been talking her up for a day now. I'm ready to hear from her.
I know. I'll tell you one more thing that I thought was really cool, which we talk about on a daily basis, is adding value. No matter what you do, whatever you do, it's not what it is that you do, it's how you do. And it's providing value. And that to me, what's that?
I'm learning right now.
No, but that's what I told you that, and she says that too.
I just can't wait for her to come on. I'm going to learn so much.
It's so exciting. I can't wait for her to come on. Okay.
Hi.
You're going to have to do this intro. I don't think I can.
Welcome back. I'm glad you're with us. We're live in Los Angeles at Studio Place on Sway TV. I'm Kyle. This is...
I am Michelle Murad.
Who's fangirling and cannot do the intro at the moment. I'm glad you're with us. And we have with us Miss Natasha Graziano.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Go ahead.
Like I said, I'm totally fangirling. This is so awesome. Thank you for being here and gracing us with your presence. I don't even know if that's the right thing to say.
You're so kind. I'm honored to be here. I'm excited to spend some time with you guys today on this amazing show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited about this book. It's not out yet, August 2nd, right? I read a little bit about it, was reading it, and I love how you're just so authentic. There's so many people that are in this space, and I have been obsessed with self-help for so long, and when I came across you, I was like, you're just the real deal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Was there a specific happening circumstance, or was this just in the making kind of a thing?
It's such a good question, because for me, there was that moment. I remember that moment standing in front of a mirror. And I'm going to rewind this. I can go a little bit further back.
Please.
But I was standing in front of a mirror, and I remember looking at myself, tears streaming down my face. And I was ill. I had an autoimmune disease. I had a hyperactive thyroid. And actually, it turns out 1 in 8 people is affected by a thyroid problem. And so I was standing in front of this mirror, and I was streaming with tears, and I remember listening to a Denzel Washington track in the background, and it was just preaching life over me, and I was saying to myself, this is only temporary, this is not forever, this pain that you're going through, whatever it is that you are suffering from, is not forever, this is just what you've got to go through now to get to the other side. And I remember looking at myself saying, it's okay, this is just a moment in time. And then I made this agreement with the universe, which was, if you show me how to heal, if you show me how to heal this illness right now, I promise to go on with the world and share that message for the rest of my life and make that my mission.
Wow.
And that's where my true mission of genuinely wanting to end suffering for other people came from, wanting to help people level up in their lives, help people to overcome anything. I overcame an illness a few years before that. In 2018, I was on the street.
Wow.
And I speak about this very openly, but I was a single mom who ended up homeless. And when you're on the street and you have nothing, and you have not a penny to your name, the only place to look is within yourself. The only place to look is say, what did I really do to get here? But not stay in that place. How can I get out of here?
Right. what was the biggest, well, not, I wouldn't say the biggest, but a namely obstacle that happened during that time, during that process of changing? What was like one of the biggest obstacles there?
The biggest obstacles of change was overcoming my own limiting beliefs, overcoming my own fears, overcoming my own pain of I'm not worthy of being something else, overcoming my own traumas that I've been through. I've been sexually abused in my teens, again in my 20s. Like overcoming that was a big deal. And I didn't realize those things inside of you that we hold on to are what block us from living our best lives, from living a life of abundance.
Yeah.
Can we go into the limiting beliefs a little bit? Because
Yes,
I'm just so interested in that part. I don't think anyone really touches on that concept enough.
Yeah, of course.
How does someone identify their limiting beliefs?
So when you recognize that we are an amalgamation of our habits, right? Who we are by the age of about 30 is an amalgamation of our habits. So what we do, what we say, who we are is just the things that we've been accustomed to, attuned to, right? Habits, practicing. And so it really is neuroscience, and that's what's, inside of this book. When you understand that anything you're not achieving is replicated by something that's blocking you inside of you, a limiting belief, and it sounds something like let's say you want love. Let's say somebody out there wants love today. Okay, they want love. They want to find a romantic relationship.
Yes, we're gonna say yes to all
it's
that.
such a good one. Okay, right. You want a romantic relationship, but actually inside of you, you don't believe that you're worthy of love because you maybe you feel like you're a commitment phobe, or you cover it with these, oh no, he's in the wrong. She's in the wrong, they're in the wrong. It's them, not me. But look, when I point my finger and I say, you're the problem, look how many fingers are pointing back at me. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
I'm the problem. I'm the problem. So we have to look within and find the limiting belief. There's something inside of us that is saying, I don't feel worthy of being loved. And where does that come from? Something that we went through usually between the ages of 0 to 7 that's been imprinted into our subconscious mind that is now coming out in our later life.
Wow. Do people come to you for how should I say, like sessions, like psychological evaluation sessions?
Absolutely. I sit down all the time with, my clients and my private clients, and, I look after a range of different people, top actors and musicians, athletes, on high-level entrepreneurs, A-list people if you want, but we all have the same problems.
Right.
No matter who we are, whether you're someone who, is famous or not famous, we all are human. We all go to the bathroom the same way. Like no one ain't invented that shit yet. Sorry. So we nobody's changed that yet, right? But we are human. Therefore, we all have the same thing. And here's what it comes down to: your mindset. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
How you set your mind.
How you set your mind. Yes.
Right.
She knows,
Yes.
right?
She's been on that.
I know.
You get it, right? She's been on that journey.
Yeah.
Been on
okay.
that journey.
Okay, so you understand that. So people, yes, in answer to your question, they do. They come and they will say things like, how do I fix up? How do I level up? How do I attract into my life what I want? How do I find love? How do I find more abundance? In fact, how do I get more money in my bank account? Or how do I fix the fact that I've got all these limiting beliefs inside of me that are stopping me from getting to where I want to be? And I sit them down and we go through my MBS method. And when we do my MBS method, we see transformations like healing.
It's awesome.
I heal, people get out of debt, people heal their lives.
Just to slow you down for a sec, MBS method, what is that?
That's what's in the book.
What's the acronym for?
Meditational behavioral synchronicity.
Love it.
I like how you looked at me and you're like, yep, this is good stuff.
Okay, so it's science. You want me to break it down?
Can we do this?
Yeah.
Okay, the MBS method, meditational behavioral synchronicity, is rooted in neuroscience and ancient breathing combined with meditation. You go deeper into an altered state of awareness. Do you meditate?
Yeah, I'm into Wim Hof.
Oh my God. So we begin the whole MBS with different styles of pranayama breathing, like Wim Hof, right?
Okay.
And I know you like meditation. So you're going to love this. So when you meditate, when you go deeper into these states of the alpha state, the theta state of mind, your brain waves are slower. And all of a sudden, it's more impressionable. So your brain is more impressionable and receptive to removing limiting beliefs and placing in new ideas, new concepts. And so when we do the MBS method, which is the deep guided meditation, we are able to transform the limiting beliefs into a new belief. And the reason why it's so different from anything else that's ever been out there is because we have things like NLP. It's been referred to similar to NLP. But it's so different because people who can't meditate, like me, I was so all over the place. I thought I had ADHD. Perhaps I did, and maybe it was undiagnosed. But I really couldn't focus, and particularly when I had the illness, my thoughts were racing at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I couldn't sit down for a minute, right? And even when I did, I couldn't relax and go over into the parasympathetic nervous system. So I understood. If I put breathing at the start of it, and I don't mean just inhaling and exhaling, I mean something like a Wim Hof style where we inhale, exhale in a certain controlled way. We do that before meditation. We're able to go even deeper than we ever imagined. And there is 3 years of therapy in 15 minutes.
Yeah. I love that.
Can you dig it?
I can dig it.
You can dig it.
It's so funny because that's actually what
I've
been doing something like that. The Wim Hof breathing exercises kind of helped me. I just felt it. I wasn't into the neurolinguistics of it. I'm not really versed in the sciences of it, but I just felt like doing the breathing and then the meditation was an easier way to really feel like something happened, like I accomplished something after the meditation. Do you think it's more of like a consistency thing, or is it more of like one big obstacle kind of a...
100% consistency. And I'll explain why. With neuroscience, it's all about repetition, okay? So you have to repeatedly do things in order for to strengthen the neural pathways in the brain. So what you think you can do once, yes, it may work for somebody. It may actually give them the breakthrough they need, but if you continue to repeat the breathing exercise, you strengthen the neural pathways in the brain, you improve your immunity as well with things like Wim Hof breathing. But when you do things over and over, you're forming a new habit, and neuroplasticity is happening until the day that we die. We used to think it was till 25. Now, after the age of 25, it is proven that it's harder to learn a new language, learn a new skill, because, you know, our brains are older, right, at this point, less susceptible. However, it's absolutely happening. Neuroplasticity is happening until the day we die. Therefore, you want to be practicing and repeating any new skill that you learn in order to strengthen it, strengthen the neural pathways so that you see a different reality. Your outer reality is a direct reflection of your inner self beliefs.
You're taking control by going in first.
Absolutely.
Have you heard of Andrew Huberman? You have. He's a big scientist, scientific guy on the neural plasticities and whatnot. He was saying that there's like a serotonin and a dopamine level, and which one you're on depends on how susceptible you are to achieving new ideas and concepts?
Absolutely. So we have different chemicals in the brain.
I knew she would know that.
Yeah. So you can, you know, dopamine and serotonin and endorphins and like all these things you can get. Do you know what's amazing?
What?
The same hit that, now I know this because I was someone who went through a bad phase in my life with drugs, right? But the same hit you get from cocaine, you get from sugar. Right. So you can feel as hyped on sugar. And I'm not saying you should be replacing it with sugar, but that is what some people do because it gives them the same hit in the brain. The same part that lights up when they do the hit of the drug is the same thing that lights up from sugar. So therefore, when we understand how to activate the chemicals in our brains, and guess what? Do you know how to activate them the easiest way? Do things you love. Do things you love, like wake up every day with an amazing morning ritual. Wake up every day and feel good. Be like, I know today I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna journal before I even look at my phone. Why? Because when you know what I mean?
That's very important.
When you look at your phone, you're subservient to everyone else's agenda. You are doing their agenda versus yours. You're answering to them versus what do I need?
What's important to me first.
Yeah.
That's good. We always overlook the ritual in the morning. Like your favorite ritual. Well, I meditate, but it's like, it's out of necessity. It's out of like, oh, well, I'm feeling a little bogged down today, so let me meditate. It's almost like an obligation. Where, versus like having a favorite thing to do. It's important.
Yeah.
Listen, my mom passed in 2021, and I said the moment she passed, I will continue to live my life following joy. Every day, I will follow joy.
So beautiful.
And it has been that way every day since. And like, this show happened, and you happened, and just like, even this is happening. It's just, that's how I have to operate. Like, I can't even like watch like things that, because we all are so sensitive. I believe that. Just like I can't even watch the news. Like it's too much for me.
Yeah,
but
me too.
That's why you got to watch things like this, because this uplifts you every day.
Right.
And can I just tap into that for a second?
Please.
Some more science here.
Yeah.
What you ingest, and you were watching it last night on my Instagram story, what you ingest into your mind and into your body is going to come out in who you are as a person. So if you are listening to things that are negative, like the news all the time, or you're listening to things which are bringing you down, or people who are bringing you down, or you're reading things that are just negative, or scary stories, or too many horror movies, your life is going to be a reflection of that. But if you ingest shows like this that uplift you every single day, and then you listen to podcasts that make you feel good every day, and you watch things that give you joy, like you said, now you're ingesting things that are coming out in your outer reality, which suggest a happy and healthy life.
Okay.
Can I snaps? Like snaps or clap? Like, cause it's just like amazing. I think so. I have some questions for you. There are questions from our audience that like sent to me last night that I want to ask you. But what I loved in your book, you said something that you like wanted to get your full sparkle back. You like stood in front of that mirror and you like noticed that sparkle was gone. Now I know you had Denzel in the background, but you said were you inspired to get Denzel, or was it already in the background?
He was playing on a YouTube clip, the graduation speech, very famous speech, and I was listening to that. But what happens is when you're unwell, and anyone who knows this who's been through anything, even when you have the flu or someone who had COVID or whatever, when you have something like that, it takes your full sparkle from you, and you're left with this dimmed light, and hopefully you overcome it fast. And for people who ingest good materials, listen to good things, read good books, you are being one-to-one mentored by the person you're listening to for the duration of that show, the duration of that episode, and therefore you are going to be able to probably recover quicker because you have the tool set to navigate through healing, through life, through anything you need to get through. But for somebody like me at the time, and I didn't know what to do, I just wanted to get out of this mess. So I started thinking back, what do I know? And I'd read the book, The Secret. And ironically, those guys who were my mentors back then are now my friends. John Assaraf from The Secret.
The intro?
Yeah.
How amazing is that? That is so cool.
Full circle. Like
circle,
I speak with these guys, like on stages, like it's so nuts to be up there with some people who were once my mentors. But when you lose your full sparkle, work hard to get it back, because Will Smith once said this quote, and he said, defend your light with your life. Do not let anyone take it from you, because that light is yours. So however you're feeling, no matter what you're going through, do not let anybody take that light from you. And that sparkle, you got to do everything to hold it and feel good and get it back.
There's like a sense of self-respect here. Do you touch on that in the book? Like this like you have a standard for yourself.
Absolutely.
And is it innate, or is it something that people can learn to raise their own personal standards? Or
it's very much in the book about, like you're touching on, this, who are you? Like your authenticity, your respect for yourself. It comes down to worthiness. It's innate in many people, and it's completely not in others. But can you learn it? Yes. Do you want to learn it? Probably the answer is yes. And do you want more of it? Yes. So therefore, once you understand how to tap into it, and we go through a big method in the book, the 12-step process on how to become who you want to be before you get there, hence the title, right? It's a play on fake it till you make it. I'm not interested in faking it till you make it. I want to be it until I become it. Today, I want to become, when I was unwell, healed. So how would a healed person be? Well, she'd be out walking. She would not be staying in bed all day like she feels to do. She will force herself if she can, right? And that was me. Maybe somebody who wants to make a lot of money in their bank account, you've got to give today as though you're a multimillionaire. You don't wait to be a multimillionaire to give. You don't wait to be the perfect husband before you're married. You be the perfect partner now.
Stop waiting for life to happen to you.
Yes, you show up,
life.
create.
It's like a playbook for that, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
There's a 12-step process.
Absolutely.
A ton of information.
Wow. So I have questions. I mean, I have so many questions. I mean, listen, I'm just sitting there like.
While you look for one, I do have one more. Or do you have it up?
No, go ahead. You ask your question,
okay.
and I will give you one of the questions that came in.
I'm sure this is like a singular question, but I'm sure there's a lot of answers to it. Is there anything in particular you would want people to walk away from, or is there something you hear from a lot of your readers? Like, oh, I got this from that, or I listened to you on your Instagram. I really feel this way. Thank you for that. Is there like a...
And it's called my candle effect.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So
like a fire.
every day, I love that. Every day, you get a choice of whether you're going to light somebody's candle or whether you're going to blow it out. Are you going to go out of your way to go and help somebody in the street, help a blind man cross the road, be polite to your barista, say nice things to your waitress? Are you going to smile at someone in the street? Because guess what? When you do that, you light their candle. And then they go out and light their spouse's candle that day. And then their spouse goes out and lights their colleague's candle at work. And now they light their friend's candle and then their kid's candle. And guess what? You lit up the whole world just from lighting one person's candle and doing one good deed.
Wow.
Just a kind gesture, as simple as a smile.
New Jersey could really use you.
That's hilarious.
The other option,
Next to the barista in Jersey, we're like, all right, thanks. That's the wrong change, guy. Come on.
the other option is you can blow out their candle. And by the way, we've all done it. I'll tell you a quick story.
Right.
Please.
I blew out somebody's candle recently, not recently, but before I moved over. And I'll tell you what happened. I was waiting for my son's passport, but it wasn't just waiting for his passport like we were going on holiday, which would already be awkward.
Right.
I was waiting for his passport because we were changing country.
Right.
2 days before we leave, I'd ordered the 24-hour passport 3 months before, so I was expecting it. Anyway, because of a series of events, it was Groundhog Day. It got caught in this place. It was nothing to do with the passport office. It was the delivery. And the delivery wasn't doing it. It was going back, forwards, and there was nothing anyone could do. And I was actually really worried. I was like, what on earth can I do at this point?
Right.
And so I blew out someone's candle. I called up 2 nights before we changed country. We're sitting in our house. This is very recently in London. Boxes all around us. A bit different to when I was homeless, thank God. So I already had things to be grateful for, but I'll go there in a second. So I'm sitting there with these boxes, and I'm like, oh my God, there's all these boxes, and we're changing country, and I can't. What my son? What am I going to do? I'm going to have to stay with him. Like this is unbelievable. How am I going to be able to pursue my dreams and help people? Like I'm on stage with 20,000 people in 3 days, and I've got to get there for that date. Like I'm transforming lives. What am I going to do? So I call this delivery service. And instead of being, hi, look, I know this is the 25th time that I've called, but could you help me? And I know it's not your fault, number 26, but could you help me with like getting out of this mess?
Right.
And instead of doing that, I was like, I'm livid. I don't understand why you, blah, blah, blah. And I blew out her candle.
Isn't it easier to blow someone's candle out than it is to light?
No, is it?
You know what? The truth is yes, and I'll tell you more science if you want to hear more science on this. But okay, so I'll just finish this one. So because I blew out her candle, she went home and probably blew out her spot. In fact, she hung up on me. It's the truth. She hung up. I would have hung up on me.
And then she projects.
And then she projects and ruins someone else's day. But worse, she blew out someone else's candle, and then they blew out someone else's candle. And guess what? We blew out I don't know how many thousands of people that day, and all of that is coming back to me. For all those people that I blew out the candle of through one person, it is coming back to me. The other way is lighting somebody's candle. And all the people that get lit the candle of that day because of you, probably tens of thousands of people, that is all coming back to me. So do you wonder why some people are uber successful and have so many wonderful good luck things happening in their life? They do good things. They smile.
They're here for it.
Yes, they show up, they don't show down.
Right.
They show up every day. Are you showing up or are you showing down? And that's my candle effect.
Question.
This guy shows up every day in every way.
I try.
I am so lucky to have him as my as a co-host. It's just like I'm so like
Taking it from you, Michelle.
It's a blessing beyond belief.
Thank you.
Yeah, I find it so fascinating because he thinks I'm from Whoville. You know what Whoville is?
No, is that a
Have you ever
place?
seen The Grinch Who Stole Christmas?
Yes.
The town
That's
he
a
comes
real
from?
place?
No.
He thinks I'm from Whoville.
No, but it's a fictional place, but... Did you hear that laugh?
My geography's bad. Like, this is a subject I avoid. Wait, Timbuktu's a place you know too, right?
It is an actual place.
No, it's an actual place.
That?
Wait, so the place in The Grinch is also a place?
No, it's not real. It's fictional.
I wish it was.
But she's from there?
Yeah, I say that she sounds
Oh
like she's
my
from
God.
there because like she's
So good.
and she's so bubbly.
Oh.
I mean, I'm human too. I have have my moments.
Sure.
So cute. I wish I was from like Santa Claus land.
No, but
Oh, it'd be so nice.
I'll think of it. You're from somewhere fictional.
Oh, you can do it for me? Oh, yeah. Tell me where I'm from. Because I'm like super scientific, dressed in this like body of like, I don't know, if like Oprah and Kim K bred.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
They
gosh,
would have maybe had me.
100%.
Like,
right where my mind
you
went.
know, so like if they bred, like that's the kind of people who I get compared to.
Yeah,
but I'm like, but
totally.
I'm me. You know, I don't want to ever try and be Elon Musk or J-Lo or anyone else.
Right.
I want to be number one to me.
Right.
Because what I do is I genuinely show up every day to be the best of who I am. And that's what you do. You're the best of who you are. You're the best of who you are. And you are the best of who you are. We're all the best of who we are.
Right.
And we can never be second place to someone else unless you want to be second place to somebody else. And who the hell wants a silver medal when you could have gold?
Yes.
Take gold.
Preach,
like,
please.
I want the gold medal, you know?
I love it.
I want to be dazzled with gold everywhere.
She's big on the manifestation.
Oh, you
Yes.
are? Well, you love the book because it's the law of attraction.
Listen, I was gonna buy it the second I saw that it was out, but it wasn't ready to be out yet. And I was
we're
like,
waiting for
we're
it.
gonna be there at Barnes and Noble with you.
You're
on
gonna-
August 2nd.
yes!
For
August
sure,
2nd.
we're gonna go there. We're gonna be standing in line. We're gonna be
Oh my
like, "Do you
gosh.
remember us?"
It's so exciting. Barnes & Noble, we're doing it on the 2nd. You guys
so
should come
excited. We would
in
love
at the
to come.
Grove. Barnes & Noble at the Grove, 2nd of August. Book signing. I'm going to do a talk as well.
Amazing.
What's the time?
6 p.m.
6
Amazing.
6 till 8 p.m.
You've heard it
Perfect
here.
time.
So TV.
So I have a couple questions. One of the questions that came in to ask you was, hey, I know a bit about your story and it's pretty incredible. I'm wondering if you have any advice for someone early in their own recovery journey. I think this person
Early.
said with drugs.
With drugs. Okay, well, that was a story that was very dear to my heart because I went through it myself. And you probably know a lot of my story. That was what led me to having nothing, being broke, being in debt, and then onto the street.
Right.
And so the way to overcome something like that is to stick at it, just day by day. Just take it one day at a time. Don't think I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. Like, it might not work the first time, but you just have to commit. And if you have something greater than you, like something you believe in, maybe you believe in the universe, God, maybe you believe in, you have a child, whatever your why is, find it. And when I looked at my son and just looked at him and wanted to be better for him, wanted to be a role model, there was no way I was going to touch a drug again. I couldn't do it again. So after I was pregnant, that was it. From when I got pregnant, that was it. There was no going back. Recovery comes from within, not from without.
So would you say it's more of like recognizing what's bigger than yourself in this process, in the early stages, like having a why that's bigger than your own wants?
Absolutely. Like, just understanding that you're here on this planet. Every single one of us is born with a gift inside of us that we have to unravel and find. Inside of us, there is a gift. What is yours? And now someone's like, well, what is my gift? Well, what's your purpose? It's the same thing. I help people find their purpose in 5 minutes when somebody else has taken 20 years to find it. Honey, call me. Let me show you in like 5 minutes.
That's a good clip right there.
You know, your purpose is something you're good at. It's something that people say, you know what? You are amazing at connecting people. You're amazing at being kind. You're amazing at charity work. You're amazing at making people famous. I'm looking at my publicist. I love you. You know, let me just tell you, like, you're good at what you do, and that's your light. Like, we need everyone's genius, not just my genius. Like, I coach coaches. I coach people to be a coach. And they're like, but Natasha, I don't have 17 million followers like you. I don't have the stages you speak on. Maybe not yet, but you reached 200 people that I never reached. You reached 2,000 people that I never would have spoken to. We need to all ignite a new person. And that's my superpower, to inspire others to go and inspire.
Amazing.
I mean, wow.
I've always wanted to be inspiring. I never thought about inspiring the inspired.
Yes.
That is deep.
I mean, I love the comparison, Kim K and Oprah Winfrey. Like, how great, right? If she were to have like a woman child.
Yeah, if they were to have a baby,
Yeah,
like that would be. I was like, who are these people? Or like those two plus Denzel. Like I would be that. I'm a mixed race female who's like, you know, a combo of like quite a few of the heritages. So you know, plus the I don't know. I just get compared to people like
what are the heritages?
Oh, so the heritage. Oh, I'm a mix. So predominantly, so I've got. A bit of African American, I've got Italian, I've got Greek Cypriot, I've got Lebanese and Russian Jewish. Like I'm just a full
cover the world.
Yeah. We basically travel the world with this. Yeah, we just travel the world with this. I'm like, my son's like 20 heritages. I'm like, you have a really strong lineage, son.
Yeah. The world's gonna all look like you in about 100 years. Yeah.
That's amazing. My another question was how. Okay, my phone just went out for a second.
Oh, there it goes.
I mean, I remember it, but it was so you're standing in the bathroom and you're saying, "Teach me how to heal myself, and I will heal others."
Yes.
Did you feel like something came over you and through you in that moment, or was it a progression?
I had been wanting to heal, but I wasn't ready. Like that, I know this sounds weird, but I just didn't feel like I was ready to try something different. I was like, no, like I can just do it the normal way. I'm fine. Like I'll, if I don't get better, I don't, and maybe I will. But that's ignorance, arrogance, and stubbornness. When you remove ego, pride, hate, all these negative things out of your vocabulary, out of your body, you're left with joy, what you spoke about earlier. You're left with gratitude. You're left with love. And these things are what are you living at your best. And if you live your life by your highest excitement, by the things that give you those feelings, then you'll feel amazing. But I was really living my life by this illness dictating to me, or I was living my life by having no money. I was living my life by, I'm a single mom, like it's getting worse, what do I do? And I was feeling the victim mentality plus imposter syndrome.
Plus imposter, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
How did you, like, what was the turnaround there?
The turnaround
that's a big,
is be it until you become it. When you feel uncomfortable, honey, you're in the right place. When you feel uncomfortable, it's because you are growing. You grow what you go through. When you go through pain, when you're in a situation of any kind of pain, physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual, and you feel uncomfortable in your situation, you feel on the edge, you feel, no, I'm not meant to be here right now. I'm not meant to be at this lunch, or like, oh my God, I'm really nervous to do this. I'm really nervous. You are meant to be there. That's when you know you're growing. That's when you know you are about to have a breakthrough, or you are so destined to do what you're about to do. You don't grow from the good times as much as you grow from the bad.
So these are things you tell yourself before you find yourself in these imposter syndrome scenarios, right? Okay. Really interesting.
You know, you focus on, here's a really, okay, it's for anyone that really wants to geek out on neuroscience, this will.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a part in your brain called the reticular activating system.
Can you say that one more time?
The reticular activating system.
Just for the guests.
The reticular activating system.
Okay.
It filters 2 million bits of data every second.
Wow.
Colors, sounds, things that you see. And what it does, it shows you anything that you deem as important. So what do you deem as important? Well, anything you focus your mind on is what your reticular activating system deems as important to you. So if you are focusing your mind on not getting better, or not getting out of that debt, or not making more than $10,000 a month, or not meeting the love of your life, these are the negative self-limiting beliefs that you're holding on to, and your reticular activating system is showing you evidence to prove that that belief system is real. So now you know that when you switch it up and you say, okay, you know what, my reticular activating system is going to work for me, my little RAS in my brain, you're going to work for me, here's how I'm going to change this around. I'm going to focus that I believe I am worthy of love. I believe I'm worthy of finding the love of my life by the end of 2022. I believe I'm worthy of writing my own book, just like Natasha did, because she did it. She was homeless. I can do it too. Yes, you can. And so you focus on something different. Now your reticular activating system says that's what you deem as important, and it shows you evidence around you in people, events, and places to prove your belief system is real.
So are there any fears that pop up in this process of like, oh no, that's too new? And like, how do you deal with that?
Yes, and here's how it goes. I get asked this question every day.
It's like Plato's caves.
It doesn't matter whether it's true or not what you're telling yourself. Yeah, you may not have 20,000 extra to play with in the bank, 200,000 extra to play in the bank. You may not have the partner of your dreams. But if you believe that you can have that and you feel like you can have that and you can go to the further extent of being the version of you of how they would act if they already had the dream partner or the money in the bank, then you knock out the fear, because fear is just false evidence appearing real. Fear doesn't exist. It's just false evidence appearing real. Now you shake it off and you lean into it and you bring it to fruition.
Okay. It's like step by step.
I mean, we're getting like a crash course into awesomeness.
You're tuning in. Like, there's just no excuse at this point. There is no excuse.
There is no excuse.
I expect to hear like in the group chat, like, I just became a millionaire from reading "Be It Until You Become It." Like, I want to hear that.
So exciting.
Oh yeah, I love making people millionaires.
Oh, well,
I've met a few people millionaires. Like, this is my thing. Like, I love making people wealthy.
Yeah.
I love people becoming successful.
I love that.
I love people who become abundant and live their best lives.
And I can see that with her. Oh, sorry, you have a question?
Yeah.
And I can see that with you. And because, like I said, I follow so many self-help people, or I've like read like so many books, and I can almost weed out like the real from the not. Like, because there's so many people doing it, and I see it in your eyes. I see it in your Instagram stories. You are like just not only like, you know, writing about it, you're living it. The joy is radiating out of your body, and when you speak, it's like this powerhouse that is just. I mean, I almost can't even talk because it's so.
You're so kind.
So cool.
Thank you.
It's so cool. Like when I see that your talent, it is just awe-inspiring.
Thank you.
And it just moves me in so many ways, and I cannot thank you enough for being so authentic and helping not only us, but our viewers and the people, the millions and millions of people you're going to help with this book.
Thank you.
And the millions and millions of people that you help on Instagram and wherever else you are. Where else are you so people can see you? That, I mean, I know a lot of people already know who you are, but where can you let people know that are watching where they can tune in to?
Of course.
To find you.
First of all, let me just say thank you. You're such a beautiful soul, and you're the kind of person I do this for. Not the person who's not ready to take action, who's really stuck in their ways. I look for the person who's ready. Like, there's no point in even buying the book unless you actually want to change your life. Unless you actually want to have more abundance, more love, more success, more of everything you want. If you don't want more of that, and I've never heard a human say to me, I don't want more, I'm so good in every way. I'm like, you're perfect? Really? You're really the kindest human you could ever be? You're really the nicest? But no, nobody is. My top stars I look after, I mean, if you ever watch my stories, you'll see the people I work with, you know, they always want to be better. They always want to be more fulfilled, deeply happy, lose the anxiety. We're all human again. We all have that. So the method that I'm coaching in this book is what I teach my stars, and look at the lives they live, like dream homes and yachts and partners and babies and like gazillion dollars in the bank account.
Sounds great. So is there like a common denominator here? We don't have to shout their names out, but from the popular, the very high-end clients, do you hear like a common theme?
Happiness is a big one, and anxiety. I want more happiness, and I don't want to feel as anxious. Like, you know, I'm with my girls from Setting Sunset the other day. Mary Fitzgerald, beautiful human. She's so amazing. You know, she rocks her life. She does it. And of course, she's human, so she wants to conceive a baby. And so that for her is really important. So we're trying to work out the things around it that would be blocking her from manifesting that baby, right? Those sorts of things are so important to understand. Otherwise, you just keep living your life and you almost paint over it with a brush, you know, and you paint over it, and then anxiety on anxiety on anxiety just turns into panic, which you don't want to get to.
And not a good painting.
No.
Not a good
Not a good
painting.
painting at all. So is there like a weeding process here? There's a lot of like go in the right direction, but is there a time where you're like kind of turning up the dirt and stirring some stuff up to find out what are your limiting beliefs?
Well, we do it in the MBS, so I allow them to go deep. First of all, I talk to most people. So when I speak to my clients, or I do like my big masterminds, or I do events where there's thousands of people, or just sitting like this, I'll ask them, write down what you think you do in your day-to-day that doesn't serve you. And it's so funny how some people begin with like 3 things. Oh, well, you know, maybe I moan a little bit. Now, I moan. That's one of my negative things. But some people are so light. They don't put anything down. They almost think they're perfect.
Right.
Then we do the MBS method, and we go deeper into their mind, and we go deeper into their desires and who they really are, okay? This stuff ain't woo-woo. It's rooted in neuroscience. It's proven that this stuff, meditation, works. It helps you scientifically to lower your blood pressure, to have less anxiety. They use it for patients to help people to feel better who suffer from any kind of mental illness and things like that. I used it when I was overcoming my mental and physical things that I was going through. And so when you understand how to root out the limiting belief in the MBS method, we find it straight away. We just go straight to it. Not every time does somebody find it the first time, but most times you do. Most times people sit and they're like, whoa, and they're bawling. And I'm like, let it out. And they just do. And then they come back around. They're like, I feel so light. I feel so much better. I want to conquer the world. You know, it's empowering.
That's great. I can't believe we've been talking for so long. We haven't given anything away in the book, technically.
I mean,
still got to read this bad boy to figure out what's going on.
Yes, yes. It's in our carousel. Make sure to get it now. It's pre-order right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
It comes out August 2nd. Again, where can people find you if they haven't already met you? And this is where you can plug away.
Amazing. Okay, so the really cool thing, just I'll start with the book, is even if you don't buy the book today, like, just take action on one thing that you've learned. Like, if you don't buy it, no problem. But take action. Do one thing today. Commit to something you've heard, whether it was show up, don't show down, whether it's the candle effect. Whatever it is, do it. Implement it and action it, and do it again and again and again, because that's repetition in the brain. That's the neuroscience, and that will help you become that person. Now, if you do want the book, and I know that someone in here, this is for someone today, you're going to transform, and you're going to be like, and I want to hear your stories as well. I can't wait to hear your manifestation stories. When you get the book right now on beituntilyoubecomeit.com, because you're here, especially in this show today watching, you're here with these amazing people who, you know, here in this show, you get to download for free my best-selling video series.
Amazing.
So I will coach you in a 4-part video series completely for free when you buy the book today for under $20.
Amazing.
I hope you guys caught that at home. You're going to get a lot of free stuff if you get this book. She's going to personally train you through videos.
You will literally change your life. You will get a mega yacht, a mega husband, a mega wife, a mega bucks.
Even if you don't think you should change your life, you can improve your life, essentially.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, or light someone's candle.
Light someone's candle.
Right? I'm gonna hold on to that forever. I think that's so beautiful.
Thank you.
It's so easily to understand.
Yeah.
Light the candle. Please buy your book. We can find Natasha on Instagram,
TikTok, YouTube, everything.
Everywhere. You're everywhere as you should be.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You have made my birthday
Thank you.
week.
Happy birthday! Oh my gosh, happy birthday. This is so beautiful.
Thank you.
We'll have to, when I see you at the signing, we'll do a special little moment for you and give you the book and sign you a special one. And yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. And we will take it away to this commercial right now.